Hi. Um, my my doctor said that it would be pretty good to start a diary, but I guess I've always kind of wanted to start a blog in a way. My name is Kiki. I'm a professional artist. I draw for a living, but it's mostly like pet portraits and furry art because I go to furry conventions and I sell my art there, and I can make upwards to around $500 to $700 at a convention, which is pretty nice. I mean, people like my stuff. I just have a hard time mailing it, and I think it's because of my procrastination. But I don't know. I like most of the world. I'm been diagnosed with depression, and I guess I just kind of wanted someone to talk to. So I'm kind of talking to the camera. I'm actually dog sitting right now, so I'm dog sitting at a stranger's house because I'm on a Go Rover, and I'm babysitting a cute little doggy. His name is Rascal. Say hi. Say hi, Rascal. He's sleeping right now, but he's a good boy. It's just because he's a crate dog, I can't leave him alone for more than a few hours. So I'm here. I mean, the owner said I can bring friends over, but it's kind of it's a polite thing, but anywho, I guess in a way, I've, I've always wanted to be a zookeeper, like always. And when I was in high school, I had a lot of people tell me, oh, you're too stupid to do that. You're too stupid to go to college. You're too stupid to, live your dreams. Math isn't your strong point, which it isn't, but math isn't your strong point, or science isn't your strong point. So I believed them, so I tried finding a field that didn't have math and science, and I found American Sign Language. I wanted to be a translator. Well, in school for translating American Sign Language needed math and science. I was like, what? It was crazy. So I dropped out of college, and I became a phlebotomy technician. It sounds like a lot of math and science, but actually there was really no math and science. I mean, there's a little bit of science, but it was pretty much straightforward science. And because of my involvement with ROTC, I knew about blood. I knew where blood comes from and how it's made, and blood diseases and blood this and blood that. And then I had to learn the parts of the heart, which it's actually kind of easy when you sing it to the tune of "I Kissed a Girl" by Katy Perry. Like right atrium, the bicuspid, right ventricle, the pulmonary. So it's pretty funny. But anywho, so a few years ago, I went to go work for the local zoo, and I'm a tour guide there, which is like the greatest job I've ever had. It's amazing. It's freaking awesome. But that really settled and cemented the idea that I really wanted to be a zookeeper. So damn it, I was determined. So I went and I found me a zoo school. It's in Gainesville, Florida. It's called Santa Fe, which a buddy of mine from the zoo, he goes to Santa Fe. We were actually going to be enrolled in the same class at the same time because we both got accepted, and let's do this. But mine was circumstantial, I think, because I needed a math class, and believe it or not, when I got my art degree, I got all the way up to Algebra 1. I passed Algebra 1 miraculously, and I went to Algebra 2. I had to drop out because I was failing. Damn it, I'm going to try it again. And I had to drop out because I was failing. And then I went to the Army. I went into the Army because, I needed to make some extra money. And the MOS, which is the Military Occupational Specialty, I got settled with the 12 whiskey, which is a carpenter masonry specialist. Guess what? But it was actually geometry, and believe it or not, I'm actually really good at geometry. And so I went to Gulfport. Well, at first I went to Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri for basic, and then I went to Mississippi, Gulfport, Mississippi. I'm in the reserves, so I came back, and I stayed back, and yeah, I was thinking, hey, fuck yeah. I mean, if I could do math, like carpentry math, and carpenters, they probably know how crazy stair math and roofing math, and especially stair math. How difficult those could be. I was like, yeah, I can do anything. So I came back home and I enrolled into another Algebra 2, and well, my depression actually hit me. My depression hit me, punched me square in the face, because I found out, and old flame who left me, he had kids, and my depression just sucker punched me, and I was dating someone, and I was lying in bed, and I just wanted to wallow in my own self-pity, and I just went in the closet and I hung myself. I was 28 years old. I hated life, and I wanted to hang myself, and I went in the closet and I hung myself. Well, my boyfriend at the time, he came home, and I didn't want him to find me, so I stood up, because I was old enough to stand up. I stood up, and I took the noose off, and I lied in bed, and and then the next day I admitted myself to the hospital, because I talked to my best friend, and she told me to go to the hospital, and I did, and I stayed there for about a week. And that's when I started taking the meds, which actually kind of helped me out a lot. And then, that year I was just like, damn it, I'm, new life, new me, this is what I'm going to do. So I went, I applied to that college in Florida. And me and my friend who works at the zoo, we got in at the same time. And, like the exact same time. We were supposed to be in the exact same class and everything, like I said. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get down there because the Army's going to pay for my school, right? Or, oh, don't worry, I can take the math class in the summer. It's all right. It's cool. No big deal. And I get down there, and I found out that the Army was not going to pay for me under 10 different things. Either I didn't fill out this paper right, I filled out the wrong form, somebody gave me the wrong form, I don't know what I'm doing, all this legal mumbo jumbo that I couldn't hear heads or tails of, because the only thing I heard was, oh, guess what? They're not paying for you. You're going to have to pay it out of pocket. And yeah, I was devastated. I mean, I drove from Chicago to Florida. I live in Chicago, by the way. Well, not Chicago, technically, Darien at the time, but people know Chicago a little bit better. But I drove from Darien, Illinois to Gainesville, Florida, which is about an hour and a half west of Jacksonville. And I took my kitty cat, who is my son. He's, his name is Tracer, so if I mention him. But I get down there, and my hotel, or my apartment falls through, so I had to get a hotel. Then my school funding falls through, and I don't know what to do. That's the only reason I was down there. It was for my hotel, or it was for school. So I got a hotel for about 3 days, and then I finally got an apartment. This apartment raked me across the fucking coals. It was just fee after fee after fee after fee after fee after fee. Then my car gets towed for no stupid reason. Well, it was a stupid reason. My car gets towed for stupid reasons. 3 times it got towed for just, oh, you were an inch across the line. Oh, you were in, your wheel was touching the other apartment lot, so we had to, tow you. Oh, we understand that your mailbox is broken, but you should have gotten the letter that we sent you about the stickers being expired, right? even though your mailbox is broken and you've told us that the mailbox is broken, but you should have still got that letter that we put in your broken mailbox. So it was a mess. It was a big mess. And then not only that, but, you know, I was living by myself with Tracer. Tracer was, you know, he was peeing all over the place because, you know, he was really stressed out and whatnot. And then I worked, and I had a friend down there, really good friend. He helped me with you know, math stuff, and you know, he was tutoring me and he was helping me and everything. And it was great, and you know, I thought I was doing really good in math, and then I get to the final exam, which is the first time in any of my Algebra 2 classes where I've actually gotten to the final exam. And I'm just like, yeah, we could do this, I got this. And then I failed the final exam. I passed the class, but I failed the final exam, which means I failed the entire class. And now the school is saying, hey, where's the $425 for that class that you failed? So I couldn't go to zoo school. And then my cat and then Tracer got sick, and that's $125. And then, you know, I had to move because my lease was up. So I had to move to another apartment, another studio, same company. And again, raking me across the coals. I was working 3 jobs, sometimes 24, 36 hours straight. I would come home, sleep for about 6-7 hours, wake up, do it again. It was awful. I barely had time for my art. I barely had time for, like, even if I could go to school, you know, it was awful. So finally I made the decision to come back to Illinois and, you know, all right, team, let's go back up. We got this, you know. So, of course, my depression took a turn for the worse because it's just like, oh, I'm pushing 30. I'll be 30. I'll be 30 in less than 2 weeks. I'll be 30 on February 16th. And it's just like, yep, you're 30 years old, and what you got to show for it? You got 2 degrees that you can't even support yourself on. You know, you're kind of doing gigs over the winter until the zoo starts up again. So it's just one of those things. But I mean, that's kind of, I don't want to go into my life story, but that's pretty much what led me to here, sitting on this couch, babysitting this beautiful, wonderful dog that I love so much. His name is Rascal. He is just the most amazing dog, you know. And yeah, I would love to go back to Florida again. And this isn't about, like, you know, hey, you know, this is more of a, I kind of wanted to talk to someone, you know, someone who would listen. And whether my, you know, my video blogs, you know, get seen or not is, I don't really care. Just because I kind of just want someone to listen, you know. But, I mean, my name is Kiki. I'm almost 30 years old. I'm trying to become a zookeeper again. I love animals. I would really like to be an animal interpreter. And my favorite YouTube channel is Michael Leroy, but I also like Matthew Santoro. I like Dark 5. I like Criminally Listed, but he needs to learn how to be more enthusiastic with his voice. He's a great channel, but you know, I like a lot of YouTube channels. You'll see, if you go to my subscribe, you'll see a lot of my favorite ones down there. But Bad Creepypasta is my favorite. I listen to it every night. Actually, when I had to drive from Gainesville, Florida to Illinois in one go. It's a 15-hour drive in one go, and I listened to half their playlist because it's 15 out. Half of their playlist is 15 hours, and then from the drive from Illinois to Florida, which is hell, by the way. Do not do that because it is a hell drive. then, you know, I listened to the rest of it, and I was almost done with, you know, what they had so far, so it's pretty cool. This isn't a promotional video, this is just me just ranting, but, yeah, and if you're interested in seeing any of my art, that's a promotional video right there. No, I'm kidding. But anywho, thanks for listening if you're out there. Just needed someone to talk to. Fun drinking game. Rewind the video and take a shot every time we say because I do that a lot. I have a lot of my live stream videos. I mean, a lot of times they're an hour, hour and a half long, just because I don't really know how to do speed videos yet. So I'm still kind of learning that. If you have any tips or tricks on how to do that or anything like that, you know, leave a comment down below. But other than that, thanks for listening.